Hello Pisces, welcome back to my channel. I'm Delilah Rose. This is Delilah's Spiritual Spot YouTube channel and podcast. Thank you for joining me. Please take this opportunity to like, share, and subscribe. I'll be doing your weekly reading again for May 3rd through the 9th, 2021. Let's get started. I am using two Matt Hughes decks, my Dreamscape Oracle and my Ethereal Visions Tarot. So let's get into this reading for you. Pisces. The Crone. Luna Mother. For me, this is all about getting in touch with your ancestors, especially with the Crone card and the Luna Moth card, sorry. There's issues here having to deal with the Crone in your life. This could be a mother figure, this could be a grandmother figure, someone who's older than you and has female energy. When I see the Crone here, the Crone is full of knowledge. For me, this is probably someone like a grandmother type, not so much like it could be a mother type depending on age, but this is someone who's ancient. And this for me represents an ancestor. So something that's passed down through the maternal line. You have the Luna Moth here, and there's things that are being hidden from you at this time. And it's really a time to try to figure out what your instinct is telling you, or what your maternal line is trying to tell you at this time. Whether it's moving forward in tradition, moving away from tradition, but it's up to you to get the cues as to what's going on in your life, because there's definite messages being received from the ancestors. Yeah, there's definitely messages being received from the ancestors. I'm just getting cues from my spirit guides here. Something that's being passed on is what they want me to say. It could be negative or positive. We'll see when we draw out the cards. But something that's being passed forward that needs to be highlighted at this time for you, Pisces. Let's see what my tarot cards are saying. Now, remember, this is for the collective. So if it doesn't resonate for you, listen to your sun, moon, rising. Your other signs, your other zodiac influences in your chart. And for clarity. So we have the King of Swords here. Yeah, we have the Nine of Swords here. This is exactly what I'm saying. This is abuses of the past. This is something that has happened in your life continually, not only with yourself, but especially on the female descendant lines here. Females being controlled, females being abused, passed down anxieties, passed down trauma is what I'm getting. I love it when my spirit guides do that. There's going to be a rebirth in here. We're going to turn this reverse king, I'll reverse him. We're going to turn this reverse king into this King of Cups here, right? Whether it's someone changing or you just moving away from the abuses of the past is what I want to say. You have the Six of Pentacles, clarifying that King of Swords, that reverse King of Swords. You have the Nine of Pentacles, clarifying this 9. I mean, lots of repetitious number. You know, double nines is an angel number. I will look that up. And what did I say about instinct here? It's the High Priestess card. The High Priestess is your energy, right? It's your instinct. And we have the Ace of Wands at the bottom of the deck. I do want to pull... I'm going to jump ahead. Well, I normally pull this before, but I'm going to pull this animal spirit card. I want to see what animal spirit you get here. Time to let go. Time to get rid of that past energy, that passed on energy is what I was being given in the beginning of this. It's time to let go. It's time to let go of it because it is poison to you. It is absolute poison to you, you know, in your life, in your lines, in your familiar lines. So it's time to let go of that spirit, that energy, and embrace the chance to break this lineage this lineage of being abused, being taken advantage of. So for you Pisces here, we see your abuses here, right? And this is represented in your subconscious mind with this reverse king. You understand, right? You know, with this Luna and this spirit, you're really waking up and understanding that this has happened to you, your mother, your grandmother, your great-grandmother, there has been a series of events that has followed your family on the maternal line that speaks to these abuses. It could be physical, it could be mental, it could be a combination of all of it, emotional, but something plagues you, and it has caused a fracture, I want to say, in this line that needs to be repaired. You recognize that, and you're trying to move forward. And I say that because we do have this Nine of Swords with this 9. Two different meanings here. One is plagued by anxiety, 1-9, and one is trying to reap the knowledge and reap the fruition from the past, right? To recreate their new narrative, to step away from this. And that's represented here by these two opposing forces in your conscious line. So this is what this is telling me. This is telling me you want to work on this. You recognize this. You just don't know how to get off the hamster wheel. Like you're stuck on that hamster wheel and you're trying to get off of it. This is represented by this 9 of Swords here, right? This is the anxiety card, right? 9 of Swords is about nightmares, grief, depression. That follows with abuse, right? Abuse of any kind, grief of any kind causes this overwhelmed feeling. I'm a big believer that anxiety is related to grief, right? And you might say, well, I was abused. Yes, you were abused, and you are grieving for what was taken from you, what was lost, what was stolen. You know, you're grieving for your power loss. And that type of grief needs to be mourned. It needs to be mourned, and it needs to be worked on, especially if it's followed your family line like a curse for this long. This is represented here by this 9 of Pentacles. This person is going to reap the benefits of their hard work, right? The 7 and the 8 of Pentacles is all about putting in the work. And you're going to be able to reap the benefits and turn this card on its head into a world where you're feeling fulfilled. And this is represented by this King of Cups, right? This King of Cups it could be an actual person, but I feel like this is going to be your overall new energy and new outlook on life. You know, the King of Cups is full of empathy, full of leadership, full of self-love and self-confidence. And I think that's where you're going to work towards. That is the ultimate outcome in this. You know, the caveat here is listening to your instincts. You are not wrong in feeling that there's something wrong with this family or there's something wrong with this, because there is something wrong with it. There has been a fracture that needs to be repaired. And until you face that fracture head on so you don't pass it forward to the next generation, it won't be. Recognize the opportunity at hand. Use your instincts to follow through, right? Because when you follow through, we have the Ace of Wands here. Ace of Wands is bringing back that fire not only to yourself, but to your family, of strength, because the crone is strong. The high priestess are strong. You come from a strong lineage. And this is whether you're male or female. Males get abused too. They get emotionally abused. Sometimes they get physically abused. They definitely get sexually abused. This is going for all Pisces, whether male or female, is breaking that line of abuse that's especially on the maternal side, is what I'm being told. So that is for you. Let's end this on a positive note. I love the Spirit Song Tarot because these cards are very positive, especially when the readings can get a little rough because tarot tells the truth. But there is such a thing as gentle tarot, right? This is, if you look at this card, I mean, these cards are just, the coloring alone, the depictions on them, they're very gentle. So in our subconscious mind, we have the Four of Acorns. It's comfort, it's community, it's finding the comfort in knowledge, the comfort in that you can beat this. You know, you have the Queen of Acorns here, which is amazing because this is passion, it's creativity, it's just reigniting that fire that burns in your family, because that maternal line is a strong line here, full of high priestesses, full of crones, full of people of intuition. In our outcome, you have the Nine of Feathers, which is perspective, self-empowerment. So you want to be self-empowered. No one can do this for you. This is something that you have to work on specifically for yourself and for your future generations, is what I want to say. This is a lot, Pisces, but this is your reading for May 3rd through the 9th, 2021. I'm Delilah Rose. This is Delilah's Spiritual Spot podcast and YouTube channel.